When these niggas is at their lowest, baby, do not help them. A lot of these niggas really be out here using these females. A lot of these niggas will use y'all to help them in order to get to where they need to get to. Then they'll start treating you like shit, like you wasn't the one that was there for them when they didn't have absolutely nothing. I feel like if a nigga is at his lowest, you gotta allow him to work on getting his own self together. There's nothing wrong with saying, you know, hey, I got some tuna, or I got some can of O's your ass can eat. But other than that, I ain't buying these niggas nothing. I can't buy you no damn meal. I can't give you a place to stay. I can't give you nothing. A lot of you niggas would treat the person bad that was there for you when nobody else was there for you. I am so sick and tired of holding people down, and then when I ask for something in return, they act as though like I'm just a big problem, or like it's the biggest thing when I ask for help. Bro, I remember fucking with this one dude, and he was at his lowest, and I helped him to build himself back up. I was there for him like every step of the way. And when I would ask him for favors, he would act like it was the biggest problem and the biggest issue. But then here go me wanting to help and wanting to be this person or be a good person. And like every time he needed something, I always had his back no matter what. But when it came down to me, he would get really, really mad. Bro, this is why I said I'm never helping none of these niggas out. If you ain't already got your shit together, or you ain't already coming how I'm coming, I don't got nothing for you over here.
Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Miss Kafue. So in this video, we're talking about why you should never feel sorry for a man. I mean, let that man drown, because men will never save you. Men will never feel sorry for you. The only thing they'll do is misuse you. So, hey, as a woman, you have to be as selfish just as men. Let me tell you the truth. Because them, they don't feel sorry for the things they do to women. They don't. They abandon their kids. They just leave a woman to struggle. The other day, we even saw here a woman who was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. The man left her. Can you imagine? And she ended up passing on. That's the saddest part. Like, men have no remorse. So as a woman, why should you have remorse for these men? It's a man's world. They always say it's a man's world whenever it's favoring them. But when it comes to being a man, a real man, paying the bills, blah, 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 they always claim that, oh, blah, blah, CG what, CG they... Like, nowadays, men have become very weak species. Men are not men anymore. Like, these are not the men who our grandfathers were. Even us, let us talk like that, because they always claim to say we are not the women who their grandmothers are. No, you expect us to take a lot of shit from you. That's the only thing you expect us. That's the only thing that your grandmothers and your mothers didn't tell you. As we are not taking shit, why would I take shit from a man? When I'm independent, when I have my own motion, why would I do that? Our grandmothers were financially stuck. They were stuck in those relationships. If they had a means out, I'm sure they will leave those relationships. Yeah. So anyway, let's quickly jump right into this video, and then I'll be back to give my take on it.
I saw my mom spend years being the perfect wife to my father. And that man took her kindness for weakness. That man took her for granted for years. And when she had enough, when she put her foot down and she decided to get separated from him, that's when he wanted to act right. That's when he started to beg and plead and make all sorts of promises. And mind you, that tactic worked before on my mom, because my father was a notorious cheater. So there were times when he tried to make her believe that he was going to change, but he never did. And my mom wasted some of the best years of her life being the long-suffering wife, because that's what the church and society conditioned her to be. She stood by my father despite his wandering eyes and disrespectful behavior. And what was so insidious was my father tried to gaslight my mother into believing that she was the person that needed to improve. She needed to be more tolerant, more forgiving, more patient, more understanding. My father made my mom believe that she was the problem. He never took accountability for his behavior, and he showed no remorse. So when my mom decided to get separated, he tried to act like he would change, but that was a facade, because he didn't mean it. Because deep down, my father knew he was never going to change. As a matter of fact, he didn't believe he was doing anything wrong. You see, back in those days, it was quite common for men to have second families. It was quite common for them to be womanizers. As a matter of fact, it wasn't just common, it was encouraged. There was a culture of rewarding men for having multiple women. They were crowned as galleys. They were made to feel like they were the dons in society. Having multiple women and multiple children was a flex. So when my mom decided to choose peace, that was rare, because most women were actually ridiculed, scorned, and ostracized for breaking up their families. You see, those men were never held accountable. Instead, the women were the ones who were made to feel like if they failed. And unfortunately, in today's society, you still see that type of mentality circulating in some communities. Some women are trapped in marriages because they're trying to keep up appearances, because they're afraid of ruffling feathers in the church, in their family, and in their community. And as a result, these women have given the best years of their lives to men who never deserved it.
Let me say this loud and clear. Women need to stop having empathy for men completely. Not some men, not the so-called good ones, not the ones who've been through a lot. No, none. Because the moment you start making exceptions is the same moment you start making excuses. And those excuses are how you get trapped. That's how you end up giving your mind, your body, your energy, your loyalty, your time, your effort, your peace, your life to a man who was never capable of reciprocating the love and understanding or compassion that you gave him. I hear some men and women say, well, not all men are like that, but how would you know? When most men don't even know themselves. When most men are performing goodness while hiding their entitlement behind kindness. You see, the ones who seem good, they still benefit from patriarchy. They still uphold systems that hurt women. They still remain silent when other men harm us because silence protects them too. And until men as a collective begin holding each other accountable, until they stop seeing us as less than, until they start leading themselves through healing instead of dragging women through hell, none of them are worthy of your empathy. Empathy is a sacred offering. It's not supposed to be handed out like candy just because someone's hurting, especially when they're still hurting you. This isn't bitterness. This is wisdom. Because if you keep making room for the exception, you'll keep living in the exception to your own peace. Now let's break this all the way down. You see, empathy is the ability to understand and feel what another person is going through. It's not just recognizing someone's pain. It's emotionally connecting to it. It's, I feel you. I see your suffering. I care about it like it's my own. It's powerful. It's beautiful. But when it's misused or misdirected, especially in a patriarchal society, it becomes a weapon used against women. You see, from birth, women are taught to nurture, fix, and understand everyone, especially men. He's mean because he's hurt. He cheats because he doesn't know how to love. He yells because he grew up without a dad, or he saw his dad do it. Society tells women, be understanding, be patient, stick it out, help him grow. Love him through it. But here's the gag. Men are not taught to have that same empathy for you or for any woman. They are taught to expect softness, not reciprocate it, to demand nurturing, not return it. They are taught to see empathy as feminine, as weak. So what happens is women give and give emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and men take. It becomes a drain, a one-sided emotional labor. Women excuse abuse because he had a rough childhood, or stay in a toxic relationship because he doesn't know any better, or they feel guilty for walking away because he might fall apart. Meanwhile, he gaslights her, disrespects her, moves on like nothing happened. That's not empathy. That's emotional slavery disguised as compassion. You see, real empathy is never about excusing someone else's behavior. It's about understanding it and then holding them accountable anyway, because being hurt is not a license to hurt others. Men want women to have empathy without boundaries, but that's not empathy. That's enabling. That's self-abandonment. That's martyrdom. And here's why women must stop having empathy for men until they do their own inner work. 1, because most men weaponize your empathy. They know you're kind, so they exploit it. They know you'll feel bad, so they play victim. They'll turn your softness into their shield. 2, because men aren't empathetic towards you. You see, they mock your emotions. They dismiss your pain. They call you crazy, too emotional, bitter, or damaged. 3, because it keeps you trapped. Empathy keeps you tied to the potential of a man who shows you nothing but harm. You see, you fall in love with his wounds and forget about yours. 4, because growth is not your job. His healing is not your responsibility. His inner child is not your child. You are not his therapist. You are not his rehab. 5, because empathy without discernment is self-destruction. Compassion without boundaries kills you slowly, and he'll stand over your brokenness and still say you weren't enough. And let's be so for real. Yes, many men are deeply wounded. Yes, many have trauma, but they also have a choice. They have access to therapy, healing resources, and books and emotional growth, just like you. They just don't want to take that road because patriarchy tells them you're fine the way you are. It's everyone else's fault. Don't be soft. Don't be vulnerable. Control her instead. So no, you can wish someone well without inviting them into your life. You can absolutely see someone's pain without letting it be your responsibility to fix. And you can hope they heal without being their medicine. And as a woman, here's what you can do instead. Empathize with your own wounds. Stop betraying yourself to save others. Your healing matters more than his excuses. Use discernment over empathy any and every day. Does this man deserve your compassion, or is he using it to drain you? Stop confusing empathy with obligation. You don't owe any man your emotional labor just because he's broken. No. Let him rise alone. If a man truly wants to become his highest self, he will. But it won't be because you suffered beside him. It'll be because he chose to grow on his own. Listen, sis, until men learn to have empathy for women on a collective scale and for children and for themselves, you need to put that empathy back into your own hearts, because loving someone should never come at a cost of your dignity, your peace, or your power. You're not cold for protecting yourself. You're not heartless for walking away. And you're not wrong for finally choosing you. You're wise, you're whole, and you're done playing emotional savior to grown-ass men who refuse to save themselves. They got Jesus for that. Don't save them, sis. They don't want to be saved.
I love Chinese women's dating advice. They really do not come to play. I'm gonna share some of my favorites. Starting strong, 心疼男人是不幸的开始, which means feeling sorry for a man is the beginning of your misfortune. Number 2, 给男人花钱倒霉一辈子. Spending money on men brings you bad luck for a lifetime. The third one, 只要荣华富贵，不求一丝真情. As long as I get wealth, I don't need a shred of true love. 会呼吸的男人真的很减分. As long as a man is breathing, he is disappointing. And last but not the least, which is 100% true, 不婚不育保平安. Stay unmarried and child-free, and you will stay happy and safe.
Do yourself a favor, ladies. Do not ever find yourself feeling sorry for us men. Do not ever pity us men. Do not ever find yourself in a position where you sympathize with men. You're feeling sorry for us, you pity us, you feel bad for us. Don't ever do that. Because one thing I can tell you is that we don't feel sorry for you at all. We won't feel sorry for you. We won't pity you at all. We won't feel bad for you at all. We won't sympathize with you guys at all. At all, Lynch, at all. Some of you ladies feel bad for men. You pity men so bad to the point where you bring us into your homes. We live in your homes. We drive your cars. We use you. That is what happens when you feel sorry for us. No. He's down and out, he's trying, trying to get his life together, what, you pity me, what, you feel bad for me. Yeah, about the dating pop, man. Do you think I'm gonna feel sorry for you? Do you think I'm gonna pity you, man? Or feel any kind of remorse towards you? Once in doors yet you were feeling sorry for me, feeling bad for me, pitying me, what, and stuff. That's gonna be your biggest undoing, feeling sorry for us men. Because you felt so sorry for me that you brought me into your home to help me get up on my feet. I even used your car now and then. I stayed with you basically. You gave money to me now and then. You were giving sex to me as often as I wanted it. All those things. That's all of that, you feeling sorry for me, pitying me as I'm down and out. Now, within those you do know I'm gonna change. I'm gonna throw your ass out. Now, you do know that I'm gonna swap you for my actual type now, which is not you. Did you know that? Did you know that? While you are feeling sorry for me, I feel no ounce of remorse for the things that I'm about to do to you now, because in those I'm saying, you think I'm gonna pity you? I'm gonna feel bad for you, feel sorry for you, like how you ladies feel sorry for men, how you ladies pity men. But once Bob. And right now, in the clue is that there are women who are watching this right now who are currently living this. A man who get now because his things are together now. It was like the same man you were feeling sorry for, you were pitying, you were sympathizing with him. Where are you now? He's with his real type now, not you. Did he feel any ounce of sorry for you, any remorse for you, any pity for you when doing all these things that he was doing when his money clocked in? Did you? Kubega feeling sorry for men just because they're down and out. Kubega pitying men because basahlanganisa babuka bedabukisa while they're still getting their shit together. Kubega sisazongela shame, I don't wanna lie to you. My advice to you as a man, I'm telling you, don't feel sorry for us. Don't pity us, because we are not going to feel sorry for you. We are not going to pity you. We will always choose ourselves. Always. Always.
Not feeling sorry for men is the best lesson ever learned. Yes, ma'am. You never feel sorry for a grown, able-bodied man, especially when I tell y'all don't play fair in an unfair world. You live in a patriarchal society where you don't even have rights over your own body. Why should you even care about feeling sorry for any type of man? Okay. The world was built in their favor and they still can't make it in this world. Okay. How are you running circles around them and the world was built for them? That's my question. How are y'all running circles around men and the men can't even get their stuff together and the world is patriarchal, built for them? That don't make no sense. So why would you feel sorry for someone who the world is created for to thrive? It doesn't make sense now, does it? So we can't feel sorry for them. They have the stamina, the muscle mass, the logic in order to go and get this money. And they still got excuses. Okay? They don't have to bleed every month. They don't have to give birth. There is zero excuses. I don't feel sorry for any of them.
Ladies, I tell you all the time, never feel sorry for a man. All right? Never have pity on a man if you think he's treating you bad and you need to leave. Because when he wants to leave you, he will never ever think about your feeling. He will just leave you. All right? That's how we men work. All right? I'm going to say this to a lot of women. I say this all the time, but let me say this. I was talking to a young lady. She's dating a guy, all right? And she's dating this guy for about 7 months. And now the first 6 months, everything was nice. Sex great, everything was good. Everything changed when she told him that she's pregnant because she missed her period. The first thing he said, you need to get rid of it because I don't want no kids. No, he don't want any kids with her. Yes. And that's just what it is. He said, I don't want any kids, so you got to get rid of it. So she told the guy's mother. And the mother said, no, it's my first grandchild, you should bring it. But she did bring the child. And now she's like living in hell because of that. No, the man said he didn't want it because he does not plan a long-term thing with her. All right? I was listening to a lady on TikTok last night. She was talking to a guy, and the guy was telling her how kind of derogatory things because she's about 30-something and she have 2 kids. And he was telling her that no man no want her because she have 2 picnic and none of the man which she have a picnic for and married to her. No. This is why I tell ladies, do get pregnant for a man who is not your husband. All right? Never go shack up with a man who is not your husband. Because when you do get pregnant for a man who's not your husband, and then he walks away and leave you, what do you think's going to happen? His brother coming behind going to say, oh, I don't want you. Why didn't he marry to you? All right? That's the problem that a lot of women is having. They're getting pregnant from men who are not their husband and end up be a single parent because the man do not want the child with you. All right? So he said he didn't want the child. Yeah, you want a child, but not with you. And that's it. You have to understand this. All right? I have a friend, she told me one time her mom have 7 kids for her dad. 7 kids, included her. And her dad left her mom and go and marry to a woman with 6 kids who are not his. Left her after she have 7 kids for him. When a man want to leave you, he will leave you and he will have no sympathy for you. So never you felt sorry for a man when you decide to leave him. Alright? Because if he have to leave you, he will leave you. Okay, ladies? Please like and share, okay?
There is nothing a man could say to me to make me feel bad for him. Here's why I never want to hear you say you're feeling sorry for a man. Cut that trash immediately. Men operate on a 24-hour cycle. Women, on the other hand, operate on a 28-day cycle. Let me explain. Every 24 hours, so as soon as they wake up from sleeping, that man is factory reset, like new. For women, we operate on a 28-day cycle. So it takes us 28 days what takes them 24. One friggin' day, y'all. We go through hormone changes. Our uterus basically battles its way out of our body. I mean, so on and so forth. While men have none of those things, okay? They go to bed and they wake up brand spanking new every single day. So for you, a menstruating baddie, to feel bad for a man is wild behavior. We are literally fighting demons, both in our uterus and in our mind and our hormone cycles, for 28 days. 28 days of fighting for my life. 28 days of eating like a linebacker. I mean, hello. Next time you feel bad for a man, come back to this video, okay? There is 0 reason you should feel bad for him. I don't care what he's got going on. We live in a patriarchal society where they wake up every single day like freaking robots, brand new. There is absolutely no way, not here, not in 2026, that I should hear you saying you feel sorry for a man. No, thank you.
Let me tell y'all something. Once you start feeling sorry for a man, you've already lost the war. You've already lost. Because amongst all the things I've learned about men in my life, one of the biggest things men have taught me is they don't give a fuck about the things that they do to you and how that affects your life and how that affects your mental health. They don't care. So I have that same energy for men. The same way y'all don't care about what happens to women, I don't give a fuck about what happens to you. And I'm telling you, when more women start thinking that way, life gonna run a lot easier for you. Because men have no remorse for the things that they do to women. They will literally destroy your life and walk out as if you didn't even exist, and then move on to the next woman and do the same shit. So when I hear bad things happening to a man, I gives not a single fuck. It's funny to me. I laugh. Yeah. So stop feeling sorry for men. They don't deserve your pity. Because they're never sorry about the fucking things they do to you.
My mama always told me, and I didn't understand it when I was young, never feel sorry for a man. Never feel sorry for a man. A lot of times women make the mistake to where you start sacrificing yourself. You start sacrificing your own happiness, your own moral values and integrity because you don't want to hurt this person. Or it's okay, he's getting himself together. He's going to get his job, or he went through this, or his last relationship was like this, so I understand. Don't ever make excuses for a man, because a real man won't need you to make an excuse for him. Don't feel sorry for a man, because a real man won't need you to feel sorry for him.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, nobody's ever finna make me feel bad for wanting a nigga that spend that shit, okay? It's a difference between having a nigga that got money and having a nigga that spend that shit. I need a shark, okay? Somebody that overly spends that shit. Never tells me no. I don't even tell myself no. So you think you finna come over here and tell me no? It's not happening. The fuck? I need an overly loaded spender. Send me your biggest spender. Need that. And y'all are never going to make me feel bad for wanting a nigga that spends that shit. I feel like I'm very deserving. I work very hard. I take care of all my own shit already. So if you're going to come around, you for sure going to be spending something. You got to make my life easier, okay? And if I'm not struggling by myself, I'm for damn sure not going to be struggling with your ass. I can't do shit with a little nigga. I can't do shit with a broke nigga. I need a spender. A shark, preferably, okay? I'm tired of fucking around with Nemo and them. I can't, I literally... I cannot. I have no more tolerance in me for anybody. All that, oh, you gotta wait till Friday. I don't even make myself wait till Friday. What the fuck are we even talking about? I need it now. Thank ya. And come fucked already too, because we ain't doing that.
One of the harshest lessons I ever had to learn in life was my father telling me stop feeling sorry for man. The minute I start feeling sorry for man was the beginning of me becoming a sorry ass bitch. And you know what was even crazier? Fast forward, it was me in this off and on relationship for 7 years with this guy. Obviously, I was in love with. And I remember one day we were like going back and forth, and his response was, stop feel sorry for man. He said the exact same words my father used to say to me growing up. And then when I sat there, right, because that's kind of crazy to hear the same thing from two different people, different decades apart. And then it clicked for me. How I naturally am is a hazard to my own health. When you're a good person and your brain just operates from like a good place, you cannot fathom how you can put yourself in danger because you're dealing with someone that is naturally not like that. Almost like no different if like a person that's a people pleaser or a giver being around a narc. That is dangerous. To be a person with no boundaries. And mind you, I think like maybe because I was in a big family, you're raised on love. You know what I mean? Like if you're just raised in a different culture. And fast forward, I'm with this guy. Mind you, he met me. I think he was like the second guy I dated. Like, guys, I started late. But anyway, yeah, I had my first boyfriend at 20. And then I met him like 2 years later after my first boyfriend. So anyway, I was like 28. And I remember we got into an argument. And he said to me, stop feel sorry for man. Now I remember the argument. Him and I were going back and forth and we were making up. And I was explaining to him that I was only blowing up his phone because I thought that maybe he was hurting. And I just kind of wanted to like make up and clarify some things. And for him, he was out there kamooching. He was doing me dirty. And so when he said, stop feeling sorry for me, it's the fact that if we're supposed to be at war, how are you worrying about me? So yeah, that was a very strange lesson to learn. We obviously did have a very toxic relationship, but one thing we did have for sure was honesty. We always spoke about whatever, like no matter how bad it was, we were going to know. We were going to talk about it. You see what I'm saying? We were more invested in the truth. Obviously, he just could make better decisions despite hearing the truth. And I obviously, despite hearing the truth, had a hard time letting him go. But anyway, good thing that has passed. But I say this all to say, just know the minute you start to feel sorry for man, wait, let me take this back. Let me use myself as an example. The lesson I had to learn the hard way was the minute I start feeling sorry for man was the beginning of me becoming a sorry ass bitch. To each his own. That was the lesson I had to learn the hard way. So do what you want with that information.
One thing I learned, and I learned this years ago, baby. The worst thing you can do is be with an unhappy man or deal with an unhappy man, okay? Have you ever dealt with a man that's not happy or is going through stuff? I don't think y'all understand. It's not like if me and you go through something. An unhappy man is a miserable man, and he's going to make you miserable right along with him. I don't know what it is about men. Like, I don't know if it's their pride, I don't know if it's their ego, but they turn into really, really shitty people when they aren't happy. And that could be financially, that can be in a relationship they in, whatever. It's just not working out for them in their life. They will make you miserable and everybody around them fucking miserable. That's why, like, if I decide I want to talk to a man, I prefer for a man to be at his best, like, mental state, financial state. Moving forward, I don't want to deal with a man that's fighting demons. I don't want to deal with a man that's so miserable with himself or his life, because I know for a fact he's probably going to take it out on me or make me miserable right along with him. You have to have dealt with one of those type of men to understand what I'm saying, okay? I'm not saying the next man I meet gotta have it all together, but baby, you gotta be happy in your life. You gotta be happy with yourself. It gotta be some type of happiness within you. So when it comes to that, baby, I opt out. Count me out. I'm not dealing with no man like that, period.
In the spirit of Christmas, I'm gonna give you ladies some advice. Let that man drown. Let that man drown. Do not save these men. And I'm gonna tell you why you shouldn't. The first reason is that man would not do it for you. Like they say, bros over hoes. Let that man drown. Number 2, the system was built by men for men. So how is it that you have the cheat code and you can't win? How is it that you have the key and can't walk through the door? Let that man drown. Number 3, men only learn through pain and consequences. And you trying to save this man will not absolve him of those pain and consequences. He's going to learn it whether you're there or not. Let that man drown. Number 4, something in his life is out of alignment. And we as ladies do not deal with men who do not understand partnership, who cannot bring value, or are unequally yoked compared to our lifestyle. Let that man drown. Next thing, when you start saving men, you're no longer a princess. You become a fixer, and fixers get dirty. Let that man drown. If that man is asking you for money, it tells you about his relationships. Why he ain't ask his mama? Why he ain't ask his sister? Why he ain't ask his homeboys? Let that man drown. Another thing, if this man cannot bring any value to your life, it already tells you that his priorities are out of line. Like, if you are struggling financially, this man has no business dating you. And therefore, we know that he wants something for free because he has nothing to exchange. Let that man drown. Another thing, if a man starts asking you for things, he don't really like you. Because men who like women have a certain amount of pride when it comes to dating the women that he likes. And then on top of it, he does not want to appear less than. So ladies, stop saving these men and let that man drown.
Never care for a man more, because when the time comes, if that man don't like you, he's not going to return the favor. Because a man, it's very hard for a man to do things for a woman he doesn't like or is not attracted to. Okay, it's very hard for a man to sacrifice his hard-earned money and his time on a woman he don't like or that he is not attracted to. I promise you. He's not going to treat you the same if he don't like you the same. Not going to treat you like you're treating him. Why? Because he can't. He doesn't feel it. He's saving that for the woman he feels attracted to in the future. Okay? This is why when a man asks you to go 50-50, that's how you know he don't like you. Because he's saving his money for someone else. You're a placeholder. If your man has the nerve to ask you to go 50-50, he's trying to shave for something else.
Feeling bad for a man is going to be the cause of your downfall every fucking time. Like, literally every time. And if you get with a man who has absolutely nothing, I'm talking nothing to bring to the table, watch you start to lose everything you ever worked for. Men are not to be helped financially. I don't know who the fuck told y'all that, but there's no such thing. The role of a man is to provide. It's to provide and protect. Just as well as the role of a woman is to nurture. That's what we do. It's literally in us. We nurture our kids. We nurture our men. We nurture our households. We literally come in and add love to every fucking thing we put our hands on, allowing it to grow and prosper and be great. The moment you take a man out of what the fuck he's supposed to be doing, you done fucked up. I don't know where this chemical imbalance happened, where some of these men just don't have that natural provider and protector instinct in them, but somewhere down the line, things got fucked up, and there's a batch of niggas out here literally preying on women, taking advantage of their strength and their nurturing capabilities. You see where I'm going with this? As a woman who got her shit all the way to fuck together, all the way together, my name is on everything. The crib, the car, every fucking thing. If you think that you're gonna come around me with nothing, like nothing, you're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind. Because if we can mom and work and cook and clean and entrepreneur, what the fuck makes you think that I'm gonna let you come around me and live your softest life? What the fuck makes you think that? Y'all were literally equipped with different capabilities than women. Literally. Your mind is different. Your strength is different. Your capabilities are literally fucking different. We are genetically built totally fucking different. Some things are literally impossible as a woman for us to do. Some things are literally impossible as a man for y'all to do. An example, giving birth. You cannot do that. So to get back to my fucking point, the moment you feel bad for a man is going to be the beginning of your misfortune. The moment you show a nigga that you're willing and capable of being the king and the queen of the jungle, he will never step into his masculinity. Never. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not cooking, cleaning, sucking, fucking, taking care of the kids, and paying the bills, and letting a man come around me doing absolutely nothing. Cause who the fuck are you, the baddest bitch?
Feeling sorry for a man is the beginning of your downfall. Men will never feel sorry for you. Whenever you start feeling sorry for a man, you tend to overextend yourself. You tend to overgive without boundaries. He tends to suffocate you in your own space. He'll drive your car. He'll stay in your house. He'll eat your food. He'll even abuse your children. Let me tell you the truth. If you let that man do that, father or not, he'll do that. As a woman, you have to have some level of selfishness whereby you don't entertain nonsense and you have some uncrossable lines, because these men will cross those lines. They'll test you. Some of them will do that just to see whether you can take it. Some of them will cheat on you to see whether you can stay. Yeah? And make them know that, oh my God, I wish I could have never done that. I didn't know that she would move on and forget about me. Yes. Make them learn their lesson with you so that they never have to do that to another woman. Yes. In this world, men have a financial advantage over women. So you can't tell me as a man, you're broke. And what's the funny part about it is that most of these men, they abandon their kids, they abandon their families, and they have no child disturbing them. They have no responsibility. Most of them even stay with their mothers, and they still cannot make it. Like, they are still nowhere in life. Even for themselves, they are nowhere. They cannot offer themselves even nothing. That is what it never ceases to amaze me. Because women are out here with 4 or 5 kids, getting degrees, getting a master's, getting a PhD, working, demanding jobs, making big money, like driving good cars. And these women are the ones raising those children, but these men without the children are doing nothing. I don't know what it is about, but it's becoming clear that men were never the leaders, men were never the protectors, men were never the providers. I mean, what do they provide except trauma and pain? Like what? A man will claim to provide for you just because he's paying rent for you and buying food, as if he will not be paying rent and buying food if he was single. So that is not really providing. And as if you wouldn't be living or eating if you are not with that man. You know, that is the crazy part. So a man has to provide more than finances. A man has to be a leader in spiritual matters, in religious matters, whatever. A man has to provide you with peace. He has to protect your peace at the same time. A man has to lead you. A man is a priest of a family. Like, men don't understand the role of men in this world. They just think that leading is controlling you. You know them, they confuse leadership and control. They don't think about leadership in terms of, like, as a leader, you have to lead by example. If you say your woman should not cheat, you also should not cheat. If you say your woman should act like this, should also act like that. Like, they don't lead by example. They lead by control. So don't let a man misuse you. Be very smart and be very selfish, and You see, the more you do for a man, the more he'll resent you. Like, he won't appreciate like your effort. You will think that, oh, now he'll love me more. He'll never cross me because I'm a good woman, because, oh, I'm doing this and this for him, or because I'm working hard and keeping and giving him money. Please, as a woman, don't overextend yourself for a man. Be very ruthless when it comes to these men, because let me tell you, if today you knew who that man really was, if you knew that man took your money and shared it with other women, like, some such things have happened, that these men are unaliving women for life insurance policies. Let me tell you, be very selfish as a woman. And that's why me personally, like, okay, I know this is far-fetched, but I don't support going legal with these relationships, especially if there's nothing really tangible to gain from this man. Let me tell you the truth, because some of these men, like, they have nothing, their families have nothing. So you're there signing a marriage certificate that will cost you a lot to come out of. Unless you're gaining something from that certificate, I don't see why you're signing it. Me, that's my take on that. Me personally, I cannot sign a marriage certificate just because of love. Marriage is a business. So these women of, oh, you are a baby mama, oh, you had kids and did not. Who told you? Who told you? Maybe he didn't offer marriage and I refused. You know, most poor women are the ones who think like that. Who tells you I don't have assets that I'm worried about that may get lost in that marriage? You know, some things you have to think about them. And for rich women, marriage is like a damn financial decision, because most rich women, like, they don't get these upper class dudes, they date down. So it will be a damn financial decision. Right now they're saying like, Rihanna, oh, blah blah, 3 kids, no marriage. No, why? What would marriage benefit her with? If she wanted to leave ASAP today, if she was married, she will have to pay him. But if she was not married, that will be a clean exit. This is for women with money only. We are not talking about the women who get married for rent and for food and for a fridge. No, we are not talking about those kind of women. For those kind of women, yes, you go and get married for rent, for food, and for a fridge. But we're talking about these women who we work hard, we have things to protect. We have children that may not be in that marriage. How do we protect all these things? We are not male-centered. I mean, like, if the ring isn't making any difference in my life, I don't see the point in it. I know not everyone will agree with me, but that's how me personally I think. Anyway, I've learned a lot from this video. Don't extend your empathy to men who... Don't extend your empathy even to men. Just extend your empathy, be loving, have that unconditional love for your children only. But for men, always hold them accountable. Always keep them on their toes. Let them know other men are interested. Other men who are doing better than him are interested. And they will treat you better if, like, they will drop everything and date you if you became single today. Like, let him know. Don't feel sorry for him. If it was him with the money or with the opportunity or with what you have or with your beauty, he will never feel sorry for you. He will never. Men don't date women out of sympathy. That is what you have to remember. They don't do anything for us out of sympathy. Nothing. They don't even do for their kids. So who is a woman? That should make you ask yourself a lot of questions. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Myself, I've learned a lot. I've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my commentary. Let me know, do you still listen to my commentaries? Like, do you enjoy my commentaries? If I say anything that is, maybe you want to challenge, you can challenge it, but do it with love, you know. We are learning. We're all learning. I'm not the know-it-all. No, we're all learning. So anyway, have a nice day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.